Okay, materials needed for this project: the loom, the hook. The loom looks like this. A needle, a plastic needle, 2 balls of yarn, and you can also, it will be very useful if you have a measuring tape or a ruler and scissors. Knot is done this way: you fold the yarn, you wrap around your fingers, you grab it from here, and you have this loop. Again, I'm going to do it again. You wrap around your fingers, and then you grab through the loop, you pull, and you have this knot. Okay, you put it on the first one and you adjust the size. We'll start. You're going to wrap the yarn around each of the posts, and you have to make sure you wrap it from the inside out. Make sure you have only here one line. If you do it the other way around, you will see 2 lines of yarn. This is incorrect. From the inside out, only 1 line. You keep going all the round. Finish the whole round. Now we're going to start the second round. You're just going to place the yarn above without turning, and you're going to pass the one on the bottom to the top. You're going to pass the one on the bottom above, and you can use the this bridge in your you may use the post and your hook as a lever to pass it above. No, pues con ese ruido. You keep doing the rounds until you have here 10 centimeters long, or you can count these lines for the rounds, around 40 lines, and you can just measure from here more or less 10 centimeters long. Line to the post, and this final piece of yarn you're going to try to bring it and place it on the post. You're going to do the same. You're going to pass the end of the, and it's going to be looking something like this, like 8. We're going to attach this line to the corresponding post, and you will continue until you finish the circle. Attach all the circle, it will look something like this. Okay, now we're going to ignore for a while the yarn, and we're going to wrap around. We're going to do the same with the bottom and the top that we just attached. This is the extra yarn, and it would be a good idea now to try to hide it. So we're going to assume that it goes with this piece of yarn. This one we're going to leave pending. Okay, we're going to do the same. The bottom one, we pass it above. The bottom one, we pass it above, and we can lower. Remember that you can use your hook as a lever, and it will be much easier to pass it above the post. So you continue doing this for the whole round. Attach it together. Yes. So now we have the first section of the hat. Now the next rounds we're going to do something different. We are going to, instead of one piece of yarn, we're going to use 2. We're going to use 2 yarns together. You have 2 options here. If you're going to continue with the same yarn, you're going to set loose the other end of the yarn, which is usually on the center, right? And you're going to make a knot here, and then you will continue with the two strings of yarn at the same time. If you want to change color, then you use your other color and you attach. Again, you will need the two pieces of yarn together, so you're going to use the inside and the outside of the yarn at the same time, and you're going to attach it with a knot here. So I'm going to make my best to make the knot as close as the loom as I can. Okay, I make the knot. Again, you have two options. Either you change color or you remain with the same, but the thing that you have to do is to have two strings of yarn at the same time. Okay, now I'm going to cut the original. I'm not going to use this one anymore. I'm going to put it aside. Now, I am going to start the rest of the hat. I am going to wrap around the post again from the inside out with the double yarn, and I am going to do the same thing. I'm going to pass the bottom towards the top. Again, I can hide this loose yarn in my work. So I'm going to bring again the bottom towards the top. Be careful here so that you don't put it away, put it out of the post. Again, I'm going to do the same. This is going to look a little bit thick, but just in the beginning, we're just hiding this extra. We're hiding this extra, and I think that's enough. I'm going to leave it here, and then we're going to continue again, and you push it down. So now I am going to wrap around and pass it. Make sure you push it down. Wrap around and pass the bottom. You're going to continue this until the whole hat measures around 20 centimeters. This is 19 or 20 centimeters. And then we're going to close the hat. You're going to leave a long strand. Okay, more or less up to here, and you're going to use now your plastic needle. We are going to insert the yarn into the needle, and now we're going to start to remove the loom. Remove the yarn from the loom. Okay, so now we're going to notice how we ended up here. Okay, so we're going to start with this one. So we're going to place the needle here, and we're going to pass the thread through it, and we're going to remove it from the post. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to pass the yarn and remove. I'm going to pass the needle and remove it from here, and I'm going to do it all the round. I'm going to do it all around. This is the last one. You grab it, and now you have the hat of the loom. Okay, you're going to pull the yarn, and now I'm going to turn the hat upside down. I'm going to place the needle through this hole, and I'm going to turn it upside down. Okay, so you're going to pull real tight, and then you can see how you have here you're going to pass the needle several times through this last round, so that it's not pulled apart. We're going to do several stitches in here. You do several stitches. You pull real tight, and then you are going to do 1 or 2 knots in this way. You're going to have this space, and you're going to place the needle inside it and pull several times, like 2 or 3 times, so that the hat doesn't open. Again here. I'm going to do it one last time. Pull real tight, and then I'm going to hide the yarn into the same last round, and then I can just cut it, and that's it. This one I can also hide it, or just I can put the needle into this one. If you have any loose end, it's better if you hide it using the same needle. And you can hide it in several of the stitches. Well, no, that was too big. Here, you can hide it a few stitches, and then I just cut the extra, pull a little bit and cut, pull and cut.